This is a video I've wanted to make for a little bit now, considering how great the Yankees are this year. Yet there's one huge issue with them that everyone really knows deep down inside. The New York Yankees are easily the best team in baseball right now, and it's pretty clear why. They're doing everything well. They're hitting, they're pitching well in the rotation and in the bullpen. Pretty much everyone seems to be contributing, and everything also seems to be going their way. If you're a Yankees fan, you're in love with this team. I mean, there's no reason not to be. They're easily the World Series favorites at the moment, aren't showing any signs of slowing down, but at the same time, there's also kind of an issue there. The Yankees, of course, are no small market team. They've won 27 championships, are expected to win every year, and if they don't, it's a failure. That's how it's been even before this year. But this season is the pinnacle of that, and there is a whole lot on this team's shoulders, which is kinda a problem. Right before the season even began, there was some drama with the Yankees regarding Aaron Judge. Judge is in his final year before becoming a free agent, and the Yankees of course would want to have him forever, but it's going to cost them. The deal they offered him, however, was not something that Judge accepted, and the two sides went into the season having failed to reach an agreement for an extension, meaning Judge is likely going to free agency. That all has since been brushed past, as we're all distracted with how good this team has been, understandably so, and Aaron Judge is leading the charge. He has been ridiculous this year. I mean, he's a ridiculously good hitter every year, but this year could be shaping up to be his best. He leads all of baseball in home runs while also getting on base at a good rate. His OPS is well above 1,000, and most importantly, he's stayed healthy up until this point. The rest of the offense has been really good, too, leading all of baseball in home runs, and then you have the pitching. The Yankees pitching staff has been stupid this season. As of the time I'm making this video, nobody in the starting rotation has an ERA above 3.27. Garrett Cole has been Garrett Cole. Luis Severino has returned in incredibly strong fashion coming back from Tommy John. Jameson Taillon and Jordan Montgomery have been nasty as well with sub-3 ERAs, with Nestor Cortez pitching to an ERA in the low 2s. The bullpen hasn't been a weakness, as to add on to a strong rotation, Cy Young candidates galore along with Judge, who is an MVP candidate, they just casually have the best closer in baseball this year, and it's not even Aroldis Chapman. That's just unfair. Clay Holmes, a guy who was never looked at as a dominant arm, has been otherworldly in 2022. In over 32 innings, Holmes has given up 2 earned runs. 2. That's a 0.55 ERA. He struck out 30 hitters while walking only 4. I mean, it's just insane to see what this guy has been doing whenever he toes the rubber, with it of course coming out of nowhere. Michael King and Wandy Peralta have almost identical ERAs at around 2.40, with King striking out 51 hitters and walking 10. You have an amazing offense, one that leads baseball in home runs with an MVP candidate leading the way, and as for the pitching, that's 5 elite starters followed by 3 elite bullpen arms, and again, Aroldis Chapman isn't even there right now. It's absolutely insane to see how good this team has been. Everyone is doing their thing and contributing, and the 2022 New York Yankees are bound to win it all. And that is their biggest problem. Derek Jeter once put it well, at least in his eyes.
Win, that's it.
Is it that plain and simple for you, though?
Yeah, I mean, that's why you play.
Is it winning or misery for you?
Yeah.
What's misery like for you?
It's tough. You play to win. You know, in anything, if you want to race me down the street, I'm gonna beat you. It's black and white for me. You know, I don't think you're happy finishing second or happy getting to a World Series. The goal is to win. If I don't win, then not fun to be around. How do you rate losing? You know
it's
what I
all
mean?
misery to you.
Yeah, I've never understood it. You know, well, it feels better because we made it to the World Series and lost. Why does that feel better? I've never understood that. I really don't get that one.
You've accomplished something by at least getting to the World Series.
What did you accomplish? You lost.
This perfectly sums up not just how Derek Jeter thinks, but how the New York Yankees think and operate. If they don't win the World Series, the season is a failure. I'm sure there are some Yankees teams that weren't expected to win it all compared to the other teams in that specific year, whatever it may have been, but the way George and now Hal Steinbrenner operate is that they do everything they can to put a winner on the field every season. No rebuilds, and even when they do kind of a rebuild, they still do it in a way that they won't suck. They spend money, and that's that. The Yankees are a winning organization, and have been for a century now. I mean, that's just how it is. But the biggest issue with them right now is that they haven't even been to a World Series, let alone won one, since 2009. For any other team, that wouldn't be as big of a deal as it is in the Bronx. The Yankees have had winning teams every year since 2017, yet have failed to make it to the end. They lost to the Astros, lost to the Red Sox, lost to the Astros again, lost to the Rays, and then lost to the Red Sox again in the wild card game. As far as Yankees fans concerns, that's a damn failure. So naturally, going into the 2022 season, this was a big year. Aaron Judge is in his 6th and final season with the team before hitting the free agent market, and they've had 5 years in a row end in defeat in October. How have the Yankees responded? By becoming one of the best teams we've ever seen in the history of the game. They're that good, but again, that's the issue. They have to win this year. No exceptions and no excuses. As I've made clear, they're the best team in baseball, have the 3rd highest payroll in baseball, Aaron Judge could be leaving soon, you've had 5 straight years of disappointing endings, you haven't been to the World Series in 13 years, the list just goes on and on as to why this is the Yankees season. It has to be, and their fans are counting on it. So the Yankees cannot just go to the World Series this year and call it a success. Like Derek Jeter has stated in the past, you either finish first or it's a failure. And that could not relate any more to this 2022 New York Yankees juggernaut of a team. That, my friends, is the biggest obstacle for this Yankees team. The pressure and the immense weight that is on their shoulders. Also, it's baseball. Anything can happen, meaning any team has the capability of taking the Yankees down, even if very unlikely. So as fun as it's been so far and will continue to be for Yankees fans and their players in 2022, they all know, we all know, deep down inside, how big this year really is. If they win, it will be a success, and one of the greater Yankee teams and baseball teams of all time. If they get far, even say Game 7 of the World Series far, yet fail to win it all, it will be a failure. It will all be for nothing, and it will be ugly in the Bronx.